जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु का हाथ, माँ का आशीर्वाद और मेरे स्टूडेंट्स और चाहने वालों का दुआ है मेरे साथ। नमस्कार, मेरा नाम है अरविंद दास और आज आपका दिन बनने वाला है बहुत खास। So my friend, how are you? Good. I'm also good. If you are an entrepreneur, you run a company and you have a team, then this video is exclusively for you, my friend. See, you know that I am into training and our company is a training company and we do training for multiple educational institutions as well as organizations, right? Startup, MSMEs, multinational companies. Okay. Now, many companies are really aware of training, about the importance of training. On the other hand, many companies, they are not aware of training. In fact, they are aware of training, they are not aware of the importance of training. My dear friend, let me tell you that training is really very important. Irrespective of whichever industry, sector, whatever is your company size, okay, doesn't matter. Whether you have a small team or medium-sized team or a very large team, training is important for each and every member of your team, each and every employee. Training should be mandatory in your company. Now, if you think that training is an expenditure, then I would like to request you to please rethink. Because what I believe and many other experts, successful people, they have said it, that training is not just an expenditure, training is in fact an investment. Like as a child, we got our formal education, school, then college education, okay, and then we did job, business or whatever. Similarly, in a company also, to grow in a company and to grow the company, training of employees should be made mandatory. In regular intervals of time, training should be done. Not that, one day, once in a blue moon, once in a year. Okay. That is only for an experience. If you want to give an experience, wow experience to your employees, then one-time event will definitely do the needful. But if you really want transformation, training should be there. Okay. So in the recent times, what I have been suggesting my entrepreneur friends is please set up an L&D cell, okay, learning and development cell. Most of the multinational companies, big companies, they already have this L&D department which takes care of training. Normally, the startups, small size, mid-size companies, they don't have a specific L&D department. So I request you to please set up an L&D cell, okay, learning and development cell, which will take care of all the trainings, whether it is your technical training, product training, or soft skill training, non-technical training. Whether it is, you are engaging internal people or internal trainers, or you are outsourcing other trainers or any training company, vendor. But you should have a proper L&D cell. If you do not have more of resources, still I request you to make an L&D cell. Make a small team which will take care of all kinds of training, and the L&D cell will create a training calendar. Okay, and as per the training calendar, okay, the training will be held, the training will be imparted to your employees, and in fact give that training calendar to the employees also. So the employees will be like, okay, here we are not here only for working and giving company the profits. They'll also think that the company thinks about themselves. Okay, the company really thinks about the employees, each and every employee. So proper training calendar is made and given to the employees, and as per the training calendar, the trainings are held. Remember, my friend, training is not an expenditure, training is an investment. Like you invested in your schooling and college, like you are right now investing in your children's education. So similarly, investment of employees is also very important. because you imagine an untrained person, an untrained employee staying in your company, okay, what will be the consequence? Okay, now you are thinking that, okay, if I invest in training this particular employee, the employee might leave the company. So here, to this point, my question is that what if the untrained employee continues for a long period of time in your company? So obviously it's going to create a negative impact on your team, on your company. And please do remember this, that a trained employee is always better than an untrained employee. Forget about employee, even a trained entrepreneur, even entrepreneurs, I mean, including you, including me, every one of us also requires training. So entrepreneur training is required as well as the employees training is required. Even I have been suggesting my entrepreneur friends also, you take training and mentorship, consulting, how to run a proper business. So training is an investment, and remember, a trained person is always better than an untrained person. See, you might think that, okay, even if training is not imparted to these employees with experience, they will learn. I completely agree. With experience, eventually the person will learn. But that takes time. For gaining that experience also, it takes time. It may take 1 month, it may take 1 year, it may take 5 years, it may take more than that, okay, based upon whatever is your requirement. It's just an example. But if you start giving training, if you start mentoring and counseling to your employees, then what will happen? You can achieve the results much faster, which you want them to achieve. If you want your employees to take massive actions, that is possible, and your results will also be achieved within a lesser period of time as compared to expecting something from the untrained people. Okay, because when the employees start taking training, the employees, the team gets a proper direction. And if proper framework is there, then obviously, it becomes easy, it becomes effortless for the employees as well as the entrepreneur. And also during the training sessions, the trainer, if the trainer is very nice, very effective, with a lot of exposure and experience, and the most importantly, the competency is there with the trainer, then obviously the trainer can guide the employees with multiple techniques, multiple tools and techniques, which, if implemented in real time, will ultimately give the desired outcomes. So in training, you will get a proper direction as well as a lot of proven tools and techniques which can be implemented to get the desired results. So my dear friend, please do not misinterpret or misunderstand this training. Okay, training is not only for fun. Okay, entertainment is a part of training, but entertainment is not the only purpose of training. Training is a blend of both education as well as entertainment. It's an edutainment, I would say. So requesting you to please invest in training. Okay, first I would request you to create an L&D cell. Okay, you can start training your employees yourself, or maybe senior people in your management, or maybe HR. Okay, or maybe you can hire someone, internal trainer you can keep. The internal trainer can train, and whenever needed, you can outsource external trainers or training companies. Okay, I can definitely help you, since I am into this, my company is into this, and we can definitely help you in creating an L&D department in your company. Okay, and it's not mandatory to take service from me. If you want, you can take the help of other training vendors as well, but make sure that you do sufficient research about those trainers or training companies. Okay, and if you get sufficient evidence that, okay, that particular trainer or training company has done justice and actually produced results for many other companies, then only you think of investing. Okay, so moral of the story is that you should research about the trainer and training company, and then probably if everything is good enough, seeing the competency level, experience and exposure, you can outsource those trainers or training vendors to set up an L&D cell. If you want my service, then I would also request you to do research about me and my company also. If you feel we are credible, we can definitely help you to set up an L&D cell and to conduct multiple training workshops, okay, and mentoring, hand-holding, everything can be done. Okay. So requesting you once again to take training seriously and not just think it as an expenditure, think it as an investment, because it's really very, very important. Even if you ask me, then I have a very small team who are working with me at the back end. So for them also, in regular intervals of time, we do training, and I have a very large team of trainers, which trainers also in regular intervals of time we keep training and guiding, and we keep hand-holding them. Okay. So it's a continuous journey. Training is a continuous journey. So that's why I have been emphasizing since the starting of this video that please do training of your team, of your employees. Invest in training. Okay. Whatever is your budget, okay, big budget, low budget, whatever budget, invest in training. Now the question is, in what areas training should be done? See, one is your domain knowledge, your product or service, your technical training, whatever your company delivers to the end users. That training, you do it. Okay, either you do it, or you have a team, or you make someone competent enough so that that person can train your employees on your products and services. One is that technical training. Another one is non-technical, which we normally do. Okay, and non-technical training, there are different topics based upon the experience level, based upon the requirements we can deliver. Okay, like suppose a fresher has joined. So for a fresher, we do induction training, orientation training, where we train them that how they can not just survive, in fact they can succeed in professional journey in that particular company and industry. Okay, so this is one kind of training, rigorous 3 days, 5 days workshop we do, and we train them on the basic protocols to be followed, how to behave, how to communicate, body language, okay, all these things. Then we get requirements about team building, because many times it happens that people are really good, very talented, technically they are very sound, but they are not able to gel up with their teammates. So a lot of conflicts are there. So we are hired by multiple organizations for enhancing the team skills, team building activities we conduct, and also sometimes we take sessions on conflict resolution. Then managerial training also we do, like first time managers, okay, or some managers who have some teams under them. So for them also proper, well structured managerial training model we have. So that training also we do. Leadership training we do. Then there are many interesting topics like emotional intelligence, NLP, neuro linguistic programming. If you don't know about NLP, then please go to my channel. You will find an exclusive video on NLP. You will understand the basics of NLP. So we train employees on NLP. Then sometimes humor at workplace, okay, stress management, and we conduct a lot of outbound trainings and motivational retreats we conduct. So all these things which we do for multiple organizations. So you can also do similar kind of trainings. And any specific requirement, if you have a specific outcome you want from your employees, then that also can be done, because we don't just go and do any generic training for any company. First is we do TNA, that is training need analysis, okay, where we take inputs from employees as well as the employer, and then based upon the inputs, based upon the training need analysis, based upon the assessment, the pre-assessment, we make a report, and then based upon the report we customize our training, and that customized training model is actually imparted. And in between also a lot of assessments we do, and post-assessment also we do, by which we are successfully able to show the growth of the employees. Okay, so if you have any specific requirement or specific areas where your employees are lacking, those things can be shared, and we can do a proper training analysis assessment, and based upon that we can create a customized training model. Okay, so that also can be done. All right, that's all from my end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you really found this video insightful, then please do share this video in your network, especially those entrepreneurs who you think should implement training for their company, for their team as soon as possible. All right, thank you so very much. This is Arvinda signing off from LifeKraft Training Academy, crafting lives.